Welcome, friends, and it has been quite a while since we posted, but needless to say, it has been a extremely super busy summer for us, and so wanted to kind of give just an update. I know we had talked in earlier videos about us clearing this land and starting this project, and so wanted to kind of give you a status update. We're kind of well on our way now. As you can see, we've got it all cleared off. I actually did get a dozer to come in and just slick this up right before I actually sewn it. I'm just putting regular Kentucky 31 fescue. Pretty much that side, it's all cleared. Getting ready to sew it down. Actually got water lines dug, got a well installed, and going to put automatic waters. So we're going to actually split this pasture up several little paddocks for what we're needing it for, which is why we needed to put these waters in. Still have half of it, as you can see, that's got to be dozed, and really it's more just filling in all the holes. They're really not moving much dirt. It's more or less just trying to make this smooth. Was able to actually get some chicken litter hauled in. We'll coat this and spread chicken litter all over this. Right after we sew it, probably cross drill it with the drill, and then also do a little bit of broadcasting as well to try to get all this sewed down. So we started on this November, I guess, of 2022, and kind of finished it up. Here it is in the fall. Of course, you know, as you see in the video, we've got the barn, and I'll be uploading a video on that barn construction, barn build as well. Was waiting for the weather. Wanted to wait till September time frame before we actually finished and put the final grade on this, and then sewed it down just so that we can get 2 growing seasons before the droughts actually come. And here's a couple weeks later, kind of where it looks like. Grass is coming in. Unfortunately, it's not coming in as good as I'd hoped for, but we've had an extremely dry fall. We haven't got very much rain at all, and it seems like after each shower, more and more grass comes in. So it definitely was drilled, cross drilled. It was sown heavy enough. So I just think it needs moisture, and so we're just going to let that go, let that see what it does as it the rains come later on this fall. Hopefully to get tall enough next spring, bush hog it. Only thing left really now to do is put a fence around it, and we'll probably end up doing that later in the spring. Once it dries out, just kind of let all of this get established before we end up running all over it with a skid steer and trying to put a fence up. But as you can see, like I mentioned earlier, we do have the automatic waters. I didn't get a chance to film, actually installing the water lines, etc. But we poured a concrete pad on these, and I had some leftover PVC pipe that we used for overflow on the pond build that we did several years ago. So that's kind of what I used, and I'll show some video here shortly of that. But it was quite an ordeal. We cleared this land with nothing but a 20,000 pound excavator and a skid steer. So working a full-time job and just doing this on the weekends on the side, it is a job clearing land. There's no doubt about it. But when you look at the money that you save by doing it yourself, I probably couldn't have made that money doing anything else outside of my normal job. So you got to put the seat time in and do it. And so far, I like how it's turned out. We've kind of made a drive, got the rock around it. Barn was done. That was another ordeal that we actually did, and I'll post another video on that. As you can see, the chicken litter is gone. We've got that spread all throughout the field, pretty heavy. Being new land, it needs a lot of nutrients. So all in all, it's pretty good. It's coming up if we can just get some rain. So hopefully it will. And as we zoom in now on the water, I'll kind of talk to you a little bit. Just basically poured a concrete pad around that. At the same time that we were doing some other concrete work, we went ahead and just did it with concrete trucks. And as you can see, we used kind of just a PVC. I think it's an 8-inch PVC pipe that I had left over, as I mentioned earlier, and kind of use that to go down in the ground probably 2 feet or so, and then have the water line come up. And so the automatic water just will sit right down over that, and then the heat coming from the earth and the ground up into that water is all that you need. We don't get really cold temperatures here, so you don't have to worry about it freezing as long as you have that thermal pipe to allow that ground heat to come up inside of the water. So that's what we'll end up using. It's kind of the last update, I'll say, really for clearing the land. I'm glad that job's done. It was a long ordeal, a lot of trees we had to cut down and haul to the mill and do a lot of things. So, but it's sowed, the grass is coming up, and so far, kind of like how it's turning out. So that's kind of the final video for this land clearing project. I appreciate you watching. Thank you.